My friends, how is everyone doing today?
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
That's
Enjoying the sunshine.
that's good. That's good. We're doing things a little bit different, but kind of the same. I just want to do a little housekeeping. I want to make sure my video on your screen, or our video, I should say, is highlighted or spotlighted for everybody. That'll
Yep.
be a good experience for you. And we've got a little fun today. This meeting, I will tell you, will not go the 4 hours that we typically do. We'll just be over an hour and really ramp you up for summer fun and everything in between, my friends. But it's good to see you. And I like this version, Colin, because even though people don't realize, they leave their video on, and that actually pumps me up. I like seeing the faces. It's good. It's good. So, my friends, lots going on today, but we probably shouldn't start today's meeting, Colin and Jen, without a big congratulations and everything in between to the Volpe Alcorn team. And why don't you lead us off with that, Colin and Jen?
Yeah, absolutely. So we got the privilege of being at the golf tournament on Friday, and it was just the best time. We had so much fun. First of all, huge shout out to our agents who showed up. There were so many familiar faces at the tournament celebrating, having a good time. We had music blasting, drinks were rolling pretty nicely. The sun was shining, got a little sunburnt, which was
Really?
weird. Yeah.
Cool.
Which it was kind of overcast, but somehow I did get some, but it felt like a good summer day. More importantly, the tournament was a huge success. It was a full course. The presentation was fantastic. The message, the meaning behind it was awesome. Darren won the 50-50 draw and donated his funds back to the cause, which was also really sweet. Darren's here in the room with us, so thank you, Darren, for that kind gesture. And it just even in the chat that we had after, you could see the energy and the love that was coming out, and it was exceptional. I'm pumped for next year. They're going to be turning people away. So if you are going to turn out, make sure you register early. And they raised a great amount of money for a wonderful cause. So super proud of them, but also privileged to be a part of it. And thank you to the team for putting it together and all the hard work that went into it.
And it went so smooth. It really it's a testament to all the work that they put in,
Yeah.
right? It was such a great day. I know I had my best golf game ever, and I don't golf. So
Turns
thanks
out
to my
Colin's
team.
good at golf. Who knew? I don't know. Dylan was coaching it.
I had a great coach, the PSN coach, so that was great. And interesting because Darren and I were talking at the table. He's like, I never win anything. And he's the guy that actually won the 50-50. So again, shout out to you and just your generosity. I know it means a lot to their team and for the charity, and it means a lot to us. Congratulations again.
That's excellent. I love reading all the stories. Of course, seeing all the pictures online, you get that little FOMO. I get it, my friends, if you weren't there. Yeah, big shout out. I know we were able to take part of it last year, and lots of awesome stuff, and to have something so close to home, as it were, that you're raising awareness and charity for, and honoring, we should say as well. It's amazing to see that, and fun to watch as these events grow. And my friends, I know others out there, just like Riley and Michael and the team, you host your own little events like this. I shouldn't say little, that are important to you. And we just use this as perhaps inspiration to start something on your own, or to partner with a colleague and do it, and being able to raise awareness and honoring your loved ones and the like is pretty cool. It's actually really cool. Really cool.
Well said. Well said.
My friends, the comment section is alive, and I see one comment in there, and it's mine. So be engaged with us. We are here to have fun today, and let us know where you're watching from. Let us know if you were at the golf event. And I know, Jen, I'm skipping way ahead, but while we're on the topic, there we go, Aurora. I see you. Nice. Excuse me. I know we've got a big agent appreciation coming up, and just touch on that briefly, and we'll highlight that again towards the end there. Yeah, Wasaga Beach, I got you. Melissa, go ahead, Jen, highlight that again.
Yeah, absolutely. So next Thursday, which is June 26th, from 1 to 5 p.m., we have the main floor of Old Flame fully booked out. We're gonna have some food there. I'm working on a food truck. I can't promise it, but I'm trying to make it happen. We're gonna have some drinks. We're gonna have some games, and it's just a chance for everyone to hang out. We'll have the patio doors open, have some drinks, socialize, connect before we all head off into summer. I am going to apologize in advance. I did not know it was a half day of school when we picked this date. So I'm so sorry to everybody who can't make it because they have kids at home. Next year, I promise we won't we won't have that happen again. But for those of you that can make it, it's going to be a great time. It's low key, laid back, summer patio, Main Street. Can't really go wrong. Drinks, food. What more can you ask for? Cornhole? I don't know. Just show up. It's 1 to 5 on the 26th. We're all going to be there. There's already about 40 people registered to show up. So if you haven't registered, make sure you do so we know how much food we need. We can make sure that there's enough for everybody. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. And big shout out to Paul and Old Flame as well for letting us use the venue and supporting us as they always do.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, this is the time where we get to honor our agents for all the great work that they've been doing. And Jen, I'm going to let you run with this. And you got a few slides here. These are our top producers for GCI, and let's go and honor these agents.
Yeah, I love it. Like Pamela Coventry. I love seeing that. She joined us last summer. That's awesome. Stuart Madden, Brian Samet, Dan O'Mang, Paul Ireland, Arden Tetmar, Austin Clark, Tracy Kirstein, Kaylee Tunison, and Drew McMartin. Congratulations, everybody. I love that list.
Yeah.
Actually, I like
Some new
seeing the
names.
different
And it's
names
good
up
that
there,
we're
Jen.
seeing some new names in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. And it's some of the newer agents popping up too, which is well done.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
And
All
these are
right,
our
top
teams.
producing teams. Sorry, Gary. We've got the Bold Clements Real Estate Group, Melissa Taylor Real Estate Team, the John Brock Real Estate Partners, the Terry Hastings Real Estate Group, and the Volpe Alcorn Team. Congratulations, everybody.
Excellent. All right, the next slide, Jens, just so you know what's coming up. This is for right across Canada, year to date, and it's pretty cool, actually. Of course, this is Tracy Kirstein. She's number 16 in all of Canada year to date for units closed. Now, my friends, I'm taking over here because the next slide is not a typo. It's not because it's twice. She's also 14 in all of Canada. Tracy is for GCI as an individual agent. Congrats to you, Tracy. That is absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, we've got the host of our upcoming agent appreciation, number 8, Paul Ireland for right across Canada. Year today is number 8 is of course Paul Ireland. Congrats to you, Colin.
Yes, nice job.
And this is a slide that Jen always skips because she hates the attention. But as it is, KWRC is number 2 across Canada for appointments set. Is this year to date, Gary? Yes, year to date as of January to May. So congratulations to you and everyone who sent Jen a referral. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, and as our team meeting is known, don't sleep on summer, so keep those referrals coming in, right, Jen?
That's right. Yep. The more people we can get in, the better it is for everybody.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, this is pretty cool. This is something that we want to start doing more of and sharing stories like this. And our agent spotlight of the month, as you can see on the screen, is Melissa Bachman. Jen, set this up before I play Melissa's video.
Yeah, absolutely. Melissa came to me last year at some point and said very directly, which I love, why haven't we had Bold further north for our northern agents? And how do we make it happen? And that started a snowball of conversations of how do we get Bold or something like that for those agents who are up in Simcoe County, in Collingwood, and north of us. And what we ended up doing because of that initiative with Melissa and that vision she had was partnering with the Barrie office and with Kate Peterson. And we brought the Canadian version of Bold, which Kate, as a previous Bold coach, has created and is running. And we hosted SCORE, which is essentially the same idea with a Canadian twist, Canadian scripts, language, and an approach from a Canadian top producing realtor and team sharing how they're successful in our local markets. And Melissa was at every single week of that event, which I know was chaotic for her. She made it happen. Caesar was also there. Tabitha, one of our brand new agents, literally 2 weeks in the business, signed up for this course. They all graduated. They had great things to say. And we just got a little promo, a video from Melissa just sharing about her experience with the goal to bring it to the Newmarket office sometime in the next 12 months. So we just want you guys to hear a little more about it. And huge shout out to Melissa for speaking up and saying, hey, I want this. I need this for my business. How do we make it happen? Because that's what started this whole thing.
Hey everybody, I hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to share with you a little information about the program I just finished, which was SCORE, Kate Peterson's Canadian version of BOLD, if you will. It was 7 weeks and it was incredible. Oh my goodness. It really pushed me out of my comfort zone. It forced me to be accountable to myself, to my goals, to my business, and more importantly, to my personal life. It has built confidence. It has increased my numbers. I have added a tremendous amount of people to my database that without this program, I don't think I would have pushed myself to do. And by the end of it, I was able to firm up 4 transactions. Not only did my numbers go up from this program, but my confidence and my ability to talk to other people and my clients in a more confident and professional manner is huge. I would highly recommend that all of you ask Jen, ask the leadership team when Kate Peterson will be doing her next SCORE program, and get in there and make your business and your lives better. Any questions at all about this, feel free to reach out. I would love to share.
Excellent. As excellent. I love stories like that, Colin.
Yep. Yeah.
Like that just speaks to the testament to the program, because you're in there for what, 8 weeks, and during that time she's able to firm up on 4 deals. Those are impressive numbers. So congratulations to you, Melissa. Congratulations for really calling us out on this and say, hey, for our northern agents, let's have bold in this area. And what you've done is outstanding. And I know we had a few other agents in the brokerage there. Thank you for sharing your testimony with us. And we're looking forward to bringing this to the Newmarket office, where it will just be in our Newmarket Training Center, where we can have a full room and create the same effect that you just had, Melissa. So thank you.
Yeah, a little behind the scenes of that video, which is funny. When I messaged her to send me something for this, and she also recorded that for Kate as well. She's like, I'm actually sitting outside a listing appointment right now, and I'm fired up. I know exactly what to say, and I'm so confident, so much more than I have been before. She recorded the video, went in. I messaged her after. I'm like, how'd it go? She's like, sign the listing. That was it. So it was just a great little way to wrap that up, because she's like, I know the scripts, I know what to say, I feel more confident in how I show up, and that was all thanks to SCORE and to Kate. So
Wow.
yeah,
Well
it's nothing but phenomenal feedback about the program. They've been running it in the Mississauga office twice a year as well, and so they're getting phenomenal results also. Yeah.
And I don't know how competitive Melissa is, but she's already throwing some competition out there, my friends. I love it. I love it. I would say very competitive after reading this. And how cool with this? She's on fire right now, Melissa, and I love it. I love it. I love it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yes, nice work. Nice work. Keep those comments coming in, my friends. Keep them coming in. This is fun. This is good. This is good. Jen, still with you. And Melissa, well done. Congratulations, my friend. Keep that momentum throughout the summer. And we know what momentum brings. That brings opportunity. So good for you. Jen, this is something that we highlighted last week. Why don't you give us a little update on Back at You?
Yeah, so Back at You is the social media platform that we announced at our last team meeting, and I've been in communication with some of you. We are rolling it out. We are doing the administrative training side with the leadership right now. Our launch date for our agents is July 2nd. So for those of you that have raised your hand and said, yeah, we want to be a part of it, it will be coming out. The training will start over the next couple of weeks for you, how to use the platform, what it looks like, how the automation works. And for those of you that are going, what the heck is this? Because I missed the last team meeting. Back at You is an automated social media management platform. So we've partnered with a company called Social Bay. And what they do is our content is linked to Treb. So they pull in listings from the brokerage and they can promote listings on your page that let us know, like looks as if it's your listing. Obviously, it's all compliant with RICO and Trust. So there's like 3 BOR people in the room. Like I swear it's compliant, guys. They're all looking at me too right now. Anyway. Yeah. And more importantly, there's also local neighborhood content. There's videos you can post yourself. It's all fully set up. You can log in. You can look at everything in advance. There's 3 posts a week. It's fully customizable and fully branded to you. And it's getting rolled out to the brokerage as a tool that you can use to leverage your business, to keep yourself top of mind with your agents, even when you're not the one making the calls or doing the touches, and also to share that branding that you're working on to show, hey, look, I'm active in the market. I'm out here. Engage with me. Give me a call. Give me a shout. And we see phenomenal results from it. We're one of the only brokerages in Canada that are using it. There's only one other brokerage using it right now. So it all
KW brokerage.
One other KW brokerage, and then one other brand. Yeah, but one other KW office, mainly the other brand. Though. Apparently, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. Anyway, the point is, if you're not signed up for it, you should be. It's $25 a month for full social media management and automation. You can't get a VA for that, and you don't have to think about it. It is plug and play. You go in, you set up your settings, and you walk away. And then you just engage as the engagement comes in on your social media.
And that $25, is that US, which is like 700, or is it Canadian?
It's Canadian.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
it's Canadian dollars. Yeah. It'll be between 25 and 30, depending on how many people register. Right now, we have 19 people committed. So as more people commit, it will keep edging down to that $25, which will be the base. Yeah, Darren.
My kids are going to be upset when I cancel Spotify to pay for it. Pay money.
Yes,
Yeah,
cancel
cancel
Spotify to
Spotify.
pay for this, absolutely, because this will get you business.
Yeah, absolutely. So keep an eye out for your emails. For those of you that have registered or raised your hand, those of you that haven't, just let me know that you're interested and I'll get you attached so that make sure you're getting all the information as we move forward. But yeah, it's exciting. It's a very cool platform. It's a problem we've all been struggling with. So it's nice to have been able to find a solution for it.
Darren just gave me an idea. I love Darren's ideas when he says something because it gives me ideas. I think I'm gonna make we'll call it Spotify or Apple playlist, or I don't know, a pump me up walk-in appointment playlist.
Listen, presentation.
Yeah, we should do that. We should do that. Everyone send in their favorite pump me up song, and we'll put together a playlist. There you go. There's some summer fun for you.
It.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, moving on, Jenny. Yeah, this is amazing. I know. I'm definitely on that list. I want to take advantage of this. This is excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, KW. They don't sleep either on summer mega agent camp, and I know over the years we've all gone at some point, and it is a tremendous opportunity to rub shoulders with like-minded people and people that are doing some pretty amazing things. And if you want agent stories. If you've been to family reunion, this is the same but different. This is where they really highlight what top agents are doing or doing differently to attract business, especially in a time like this where business may feel like it's not coming in as fast as we have been accustomed to. This is where we need to pivot slightly or just do something a little bit different to attract attention. And you will certainly learn this at Mega Agent Camp. And as you can see the dates there and all the information, scan that. Absolutely. Go and do that for sure. Okay. This was announced, and I'm going to play a little video here. Then Jen and I are going to talk a little bit about it afterwards. But KW and Canva have partnered, and let's watch the video. And this is pretty amazing, actually.
Keller Williams and Canva. We're bringing together the best in real estate and design. At Keller Williams, we believe real estate agents should work with best-in-class technology. Together with Canva, we're reimagining real estate marketing.
Our flagship enterprise relationship with Keller Williams brings you the world's best tools to make design and marketing effortless.
Premium KW branded graphics make creating high-impact content faster and easier than ever.
This is not just about templates. We're building a bespoke experience for Keller Williams that gives their market centers and agents way more creativity.
With Canva's design-driven platform, the power of KW Command, and the insight of KW agents, we're providing cutting-edge technology built by agents for agents.
We're building an intuitive Keller Williams experience, making it easier than ever for agents to create beautiful, effective content without switching platforms or missing a beat.
We know design isn't just about how things look, it's about how they work.
With Canva, you're in control of your brand. So whether it's a reel, whether it's a postcard or a listing video, every agent now has the power to stand out with confidence.
We're inspired to work with a company that cares deeply about people. It's part of our culture too.
From the first click
to the final post,
Together,
We're making design
In marketing,
Faster, easier,
And 100%
Keller Williams.
My friends, yes, this is big news. As you can see,
Keller Williams and
we'll
Canva.
play it again. No,
We'll
we
bring
won't. There we go. This is excellent, and the video moved fast, Jen, and I want to highlight something because we all from time to time struggle with this. We want to build any sort of marketing material for our listing.
Yeah.
And once your listing is loaded onto the MLS, Canva and KW will talk to each other, which means you can go grab that listing right in Canva and pull in your photos for some postcards or your emails that are going out, or more importantly, your open house flyers or your property flyers, all sorts of stuff, Jen. And I know a lot of people, that might be a stumbling block for them or the like, and this is just gonna make it so much easier.
Honestly, it's so needed, right? We had the design center in Command, but let's be real, we all know it was all right? It was a bit tedious. It didn't always save your stuff. People got frustrated with it. And obviously KW knew that the contract had come up for the end of this year. And so they've gone and partnered with Canva to bring this. And it's next level. Like, you can put in all of your brand assets. You can have all of your headshots, all your logos, everything, all your colors can all be built in there. You plug in your MLS number. It pulls in all the data, the description, the photos, whatever it is you've got on there. And you're just dragging and dropping and clicking, and then you're done. Not only that, we all know Canva has thousands of templates. We get access to all those templates. You can make it look however you want aesthetically. Or if you have an admin, they can now do it in Command. So it's way faster for them. They don't need to know 6 different platforms to be able to do it, or Photoshop or Publisher. It's just all simple. It's there. It's fast. It's efficient. And it's basically probably the best program out there right now. Most of us are already using it. A lot of us are paying for the Pro account. You can get rid of that now. So that money that you save paying $300 a year to Canva now covers your $25 to back a year. So there, you can keep Spotify, my friend. Yeah. Now we're all happy.
What's the cost in this again, Jen? Just so everyone's on the same page for the people in the back.
It is free.
Yeah.
It is built into Command. It's free access through your Command platform. It will be the new design center rolling out sometime in the third quarter officially.
And what we're seeing, a lot of our competitors are talking about this collaboration between KW and Canva. A lot of people in the industry are talking about this. So this is a big deal. And like Jen is saying, it doesn't cost you anything. It's free with all that we have at KW right now. So plug into it. This will be live, they're saying, the beginning of Q3. So the moment we come back September, we're ready to go with this.
Yeah, all good. Sandy, you do have a good question here, and we'll find out that answer. I can think of a couple of workarounds on the short term, perhaps sharing that with your new account. Although we'll find out that answer for you, Sandy, because I had the same question. In fact, actually, this is
that's a great question. Yeah, we'll get you the answer, Sandy, for sure.
Yeah, and Allison, you are absolutely 100% correct. There we go. And they're continuing. They're not just stopping there, my friends. And for those that are using commands, they are always doing updates and adding themes. If you're using that, I know of course, I have everyone knows I have lots of websites, but my listing website, if you ever wanted to look at any of the listings that I post, I use Command because it's actually not just Treb. And it's not just Ontario. It's not just Canada. It's actually full-on North America, and that's why I use it. And you can see here they've been updating the different themes and so forth, and it's quite honestly. What's the next thing about what's the next step up from plug and play? Because you do have to add some information, but it's that plug and play point 2, I guess. It's pretty awesome. Go with it.
Look at you making stuff up on the fly.
Listen, don't call me out on that.
And over the past year and a half, with the changeover in the management team on the tech side, they've spent a ton of time and energy getting Command to where it should be and where it should have been already. And there's so much value in this. But the one thing about the websites that I personally love, and I don't think a lot of people realize, is when KW puts this stuff out, there is a research company that is actually owned by KW. It's attached to one of the universities, and they actually go and do a ton of research and data and collecting information. They went through and got the top things that people wanted on a website based on, hundreds of different, I'm sure thousands of different people's perspectives. And they went, okay, these are the top 5 things. And then they build the tech and the platform and the website based on that. So the consumer is having the best experience when they're on your website based on what they've told us they want. So it might seem simple and clean and basic, but that's actually what the public said, hey, that's what we want it to be. And they're constantly updating those statistics and adjusting and tweaking it to fit that. So it's a very intuitive platform, and I don't think we talk about it much. And I am doing a training next week on Command, so if people want to learn more, just come. It's Wednesday, most likely. I think everything's Wednesday now. It's on Wednesday in the afternoon after a lunch and learn with Peter Lount. So just come by, and I'll show you some of this stuff, because I don't think you guys realize how broad Command actually is. I just referred one of my friends in Vietnam the other day to a realtor in Vietnam, and they're now buying a condo with that agent. And I just went into Command referrals and was able to connect them. So
referral coming soon.
Yeah, it's super simple and easy to use. And I'm going to stop now, but I'm just pointing it out. Those of you that are the Command non-adopters out there, maybe take a peek, because you can also save some more money too.
Well, that's just it. And I know many of us will perhaps have websites, listing websites, and it was about 2 years ago where I canceled mine and now just use the Command listing website. And Command, you just might use pieces of it and whatever works for you and your business. But yes, Melissa, you're slowly coming around to Command. It's all good. It's all good. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. All right. Nicole sent in a nice little video about what's going on in her business, and really cool. She's going to finish off her little video with a really cool story of how she was able to connect with one of our agents and help, more specifically, one of their clients that was not getting the answers perhaps that they anticipated, and Nicole helped navigate that conversation. So we always appreciate what Nicole can do, and let's just watch her video.
Hey guys, Nicole here. Happy team meeting, and can we just say happy summer? I can't believe it's a few days away, and I honestly can't believe that it's here. I feel like this year has just gone by so quickly. It literally flew by, and for me, I equate this past year to Kai's, first year of JK. It was a really big year for us, and I feel like September was a month or 2 away, and let alone we're already here at the end of June, and he's basically done his first year. So it's crazy to me, but summer is really on my mind, and I feel like it's actually a really relevant topic right now, because I feel like it's so easy for us to just kind of want to coast and kind of chill out for the next couple months. If I'm being completely honest, you guys know I'm always straight up. I'm tired. It's been a lot the last year, or the last several months, and so I have to remind myself to keep my my foot on the pedal, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So I thought we could talk about, or I could talk about some kind of wins and things that are really working for my business and my business with you guys right now. So it is really coming down to the fact that I am seeing a ton of activity in first-time homebuyers and upsizers. And going into the summer, there is typically, it's a very favorable time for a lot of people and families to kind of, want to pick up and move before the school year, and also towards the end of this year as well. I mean, I don't have to tell you guys that. You guys kind of experience that yourself. And so it is the perfect time for us to continue that momentum and kind of, really build that pipeline for you guys. So what I wanted to really reach out to you guys, or put out there, is for those of you guys who have reached out to me and looked for, asked me for ways to kind of really sort of mine your database. We are seeing some success with this, and I'm actually really excited about it. So there has been just the basic sort of mining your database for first-time home buyers. I've told you guys this before, and we've seen some success for those of you who are reaching out or mining your database and reaching out to those people who, maybe were priced out of the market last year, or just were kind of, on the fence, reintroducing them to a lot of those new, sort of the new rules, just the overall difference in qualification from 6 months ago versus now. So if you haven't done that, please do that, because we've definitely seen a lot of success with that. And also too, I've had a handful of you who have reached out to me and wanted to really use some of the strategies that I often talk about and speak on to mine your database. And we have seen a number of you have success with it, which is super excited. We've seen some purchases come through. We've seen some referrals come through. So basically the most favorable ones that I'm seeing are for those of you who are talking about the offset mortgages that I've spoken to, that specific strategy that is huge when it comes to renewals right now, as well as Smith maneuver and things like that. So just to kind of recap where we're seeing that success is by you guys finding different and unique ways to touch your, go through your database and touch points with your clients to talk about different things. And right off the bat, they may not seem like they're going to, equate to anything transactional for you right away, but you'd be surprised when I end up speaking to them and we talk about ways to, if the renewal is coming up, for example, consolidate some of those debts. And when we actually look at what restructuring their mortgage could look like, maybe they're in a condo or a townhouse with a maintenance fee. So when we look at restructuring that debt, we look at, maybe removing that monthly maintenance fee and what that could look like to get them into a freehold property, for example. You would be surprised, guys, that clients who may not necessarily even thought that moving was on the horizon or the near future for them really do pivot when we're having these sort of strategies and these conversations. So by you taking some of the creative information that I can give to you guys and sharing that to your database, you would be surprised. And again, I wanted to share that success story because we've definitely seen some success with those of you who are doing it. So for any of you who are interested in doing that, reach out to me. Let me know. We can talk about some of those, different things that we can share with your database and ways to kind of help you mine it. But I just wanted to say that I really think that now is the perfect time to be able to use the summer to kind of have those true, genuine touch points with clients to kind of really set yourselves apart and give them something different to talk about. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. And I will leave you with one success story as well. You guys are usually really good with kind of picking my brain on a second opinion, which I absolutely love. So keep those coming. And this was just a recent one that we were able to share where you guys, one of you guys brought me a deal that was with another broker who basically kind of gave them some incorrect information, we'll call it, right off the bat when they were doing their pre-approval. They were in the middle of a separation and it was not finalized yet, and some of the key components that needed to be finalized was not. So they were in the middle of a condition of financing, and the other broker had basically said to them, sorry, this is not going to work. The lender's not going to accept the fact that you don't have a separation agreement done. So I was able to kind of pull off a little bit of a miracle here, and it really just came down to true partnership. So what I was able to do is really look at the overall picture, understand where exactly they were in their separation agreement. And yes, this is a standard. We need a finalized separation agreement 99.9% of the time. But what I was able to do is reach out to their family law lawyer, have a conversation with them, because when I looked at the bigger picture, I saw that pretty much everything was finalized in terms of the support payments and things like that. There was just a couple small pieces that was yet to be finalized. So what I was able to do was work out a solution with the lawyer where I was able to get the lawyer to basically write sort of an attestation for me, speaking to the fact that support payments were finalized, a couple of the key components were sort of finalized, and by using that relationship with the lawyer combined with some of my strategic partnerships with my realtors, with my lenders, we were able to get that done for him. So, it was a very quick closing on top of that. So it was a very big win, and it's just something that I wanted to share with you guys. So this is again where it doesn't hurt to just give me a call and pick my brain. And if I can help, I always will. I'll leave you guys with that.
Excellent. We always love Nicole and what she can do and things like that. If you have not reached out to her, reach out to her. And she's always hosting lunch and learns or what have you, Jen. All great stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And big shout out to her too. I always love her energy. It makes me chuckle. It's just so like, go get them. It's awesome. But also huge thank you to her. She was one of our main sponsors for a Brooks Farm event that we had on May 31st. We had over 250 people come through that event, come to Brooks Farms, meet with their agents, get face-to-face time, connect. I know some people connected and booked appointments for coffees and follow-ups and meetups from that. So it was a freezing cold day. So for those of us that were there, we all know the weather for May 31st did not cooperate. However, everyone made the best of it. Everybody still showed up. And a huge shout out to Nicole for helping us make that event be such a great success because she sponsored the entrance fees for all of our guests. So thank you for that.
Yeah, she's the best, Melissa. That's right. I got you. I see your comment there. There you go. There you go. All right, my friends. AI is here, and whether you embrace it or not is entirely up to you. And one of the cool things we've been able to create is free market reports. And I know for years, some of you have been asking, hey, can we get free market reports or market reports for different areas on the Toronto Real Estate Board? And the answer now is yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's pretty cool. What you can do, here's the website, or you can scan that QR code. There's 3 templates that you can choose from. You can upload your own logo or the brokerage logo and the like, and you choose the area, whether it's Toronto, York Region, Durham, you have it. Is there. If you want something specific in those areas, like a specific community, or I should say neighborhood in Newmarket or wherever it is, you can go get it. And within a few moments, the links get emailed to you, and it's pretty easy. So whenever TREB sends out their Market Watch report, which is typically about the 5th or the 6th of each month, usually within the day that the website's updated. And once it's updated, everyone will be notified. And it's kind of plug and play. You just go download those files and upload them to your socials and use it and leverage it completely free. Make good use of it. And if you've got some ideas for it, we're happy to hear them too. We can't make it too elaborate because we want to make it nice and easy for people to use. But there you go. The monthly reports are there for you.
And before we move on, Gear, when things are complex, it becomes a barrier for anyone taking action. And we've made this so simple where at any time of the month, you can go in and you can pick from any area on the Toronto Real Estate Board. And instantly, the stats are emailed to you. So now you take those stats, you email it out to your clients, you put it on your social media. So less than 60 seconds, maybe 90 seconds, depending on how fast you are, you can get stats for any report. This is us getting this in front of you, so now you become the expert in your local market.
Well said, well said. And these stats, like you use them for your listing appointments or your buyer appointments and so forth. That's they're not just for social media. They're there to educate you and your clients. And the information is taken right out of the Market Watch report, which obviously comes monthly from TREB. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, moving forward. You know I love a good podcast. I'm going to flip through this one because, more podcasts. Did you know that the podcast, this previous one now has over 1 million downloads? That's actually pretty cool.
Wow.
If you haven't listened to that one, go ahead and listen to The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And normally the host is, oh my gosh, my favorite. Who's the host? His name escapes me.
Jason Abrams.
Jason Abrams is the host. This last episode, Gary Keller stepped in, and do you know who he interviewed? Or re-interviewed, I should say? Mel Robbins.
Ooh.
Nice.
And I haven't listened to it yet. I've seen some little short videos that have come out just as of yesterday, and I will be listening to that when Mel Robbins is
That's a good one.
Standing speaker. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Commercial agents or commercial partners, of course, John Brock and Drew McMartin. If you've got a commercial deal, I highly recommend you including John and Drew. And in the best fashion is actually referring your commercial clients to John and Drew if you do not have that experience. Because here we go, for the broker records in the room, or the brokers in the room, our fiduciary duty is to serve our clients to the best of our ability. And I will tell you, my friends, commercial is not in the wheelhouse of a lot of us, and it is for John and Drew. And make sure that you are taking care of your clients by referring them to John and Drew, and or they can partner with you on stuff like this, and so have that open conversation with John and Drew, obviously. Good stuff. I'm going to skip through this one. And I'm going to invite our good friend. I'm going to say goodbye to Dylan. I'm going to say goodbye to Jen and Colin for a moment. And where's Mr. Russo? I see you there. Hang on a second. I just got to get this set up, Mike. Just give me a second. And there we go. And I'm going to add you into here. Just give me a second. I got to remember how to do it. I'm going to flip that. Mike, there you are, my man.
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
I'm excellent. This is a new platform, so I'm just clicking away. My friend, it's always good to see you. And I know that you've kind of stepped in a huge role over the last, we'll call it 12 months or more, in hosting the morning calls. And some of us may not even know what that is. So what I'm going to ask, Mike, is just give us a brief overview of the morning calls. But again, talk about that momentum leading into summer and some of the cool things you've seen there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think one of the hard parts about our industry is being very consistent. And one of the things that we have at our brokerage that is consistent every single day is in fact our morning call, which is hosted with me 9 to 9:30. And it's on Zoom, so it's really, really easy to do. You can do it at home, you can do it at the office. I typically, like this morning, there was traffic on my way into work, so I did it from my car. It was awesome. And it's just a great conversation that we have with agents. Every single day is a little bit different. Mondays, we typically start off with goal setting for the week ahead, which is really, really important. As you know, you got to get your week set up. And then we usually follow that up with some market stats. So I might actually steal that handy little program you came out with to get the market stats going, because that's really, really helpful. And then typically Tuesdays is more educational. Lately, what we've been discussing a lot on Tuesdays is the actual shift book. As you know, the office sells a copy of it here, but it's a great book to cover all the things that are happening in the real estate market during a shifting market. And that's what we've been kind of talking about on Tuesdays. Wednesdays is that midweek accountability, which is always important. Thursdays, we have a shared call with Mayfair Law or with Nicole. And basically tomorrow is actually with Nicole. She's going to be giving us a little bit of a mortgage update. And then next Thursday will be with Simona, and we get a law update, which is really, really helpful for our agents. And then Fridays is typically a motivational where we wrap up on the week, our wins, losses, and see what we can adjust for next week. But the one thing I want to highlight, like I said, is consistently 9 to 9:30 every single day. And it's one of those things that gets you ready for your day. Once you're done the call, you can jump right into your lead gen. We find that the agents that join these calls do get into production a little bit faster than the agents that don't. And so it is important. As a new agent especially, you should be joining the call with me. You don't actually even have to be in the coaching program. It's an open call for anyone in the brokerage to come and join us from 9 to 9:30.
I'm glad you ended with that, because I was going to ask that. I know it's not Friday, and I know on Friday you said you talk about some of your wins, and I'm going to put you on the spot. I'd love to hear a win or two. Yeah.
Oh, right now a win or two? Oh my goodness. I think a win right now is getting a buyer to put an offer in on a property. That's pretty much the only win I got right now. My gosh. It's been or getting agents to return my phone calls. That's another win. Holy cow.
I love it. My friends, here's the thing, and we often talk about this, Mike, too, is we got to celebrate those small wins along the way, because if you don't, if you're only celebrating a closing or what have you, or something big, some of those milestones, or maybe it's your goal of 25 closed units this year or more, whatever that number is. If you don't celebrate those small wins, that's only one celebration a year. And that, my friends, we need more of that energy. We need more of these small win celebrations, and that's what I'm sure your Fridays are all about. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the small wins actually do. It's like a little snowball, right? It does start to build up over time. And not only that, but like a lot of the agents, it's pretty well known that this year has been a struggle for most people. So it's important to get out there and talk about it, take those small wins, talk about it with other agents and hear it, because at the end of the day, you're not alone in it, right? And so it's so great to hear when I come on the call and I say, you know what, guys, this week's been a struggle. Holy cow, it's been tough. And then all of a sudden 3 or 4 other agents say the same thing. And it's like, okay, you know what? We're all kind of struggling together. This isn't so bad after all. It's not too bad. And then we can all kind of address each other's problems, look at it in a different light, helps you understand it, and maybe give you a different perspective on it too, which is also really helpful.
Yeah, exactly. Here's what I just heard, Mike. You are never alone. There's always someone else going through the same thing. You just need to reach out and ask, or maybe more importantly, be in these communities like what you've created here, where that is abundant. Mike, we shouldn't leave off with this without asking this. This is great. I love it. I want to join tomorrow. How? How do I join? And I know it's a Zoom link, and maybe you have the link available for you. You can put it in the comments for people, and they can see that there, and I'll put it on the screen. But
you know what I'll do? I'll actually have the office email it out to everybody. That way you guys have it right in your email. It will come out. It is a Zoom link, so just save it to your calendar every single morning, 9 to 9:30.
There you have it, my friends. I appreciate your leadership here. Thank you for doing this, and thank you for being consistent with it, Mike. You're a good person. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks, Gary. See ya.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, my friends. We are going to say goodbye to Mike just for a moment there, somehow, something like that. Nope, something like this. There we have it. All these new things. It's good. It's good. And we're going to add in, hang on a second. There we have it. This is all good. There's lots of stuff going on. And in the background, I'm going to ask Jonathan to get ready and walk up to the stage there. But my friends, there's so much going on in our brokerage, and it's important to always keep up to date with the ongoings from the broker record perspective and how we can. There you go, Jonathan. I caught you putting your microphone on. It's all good. Jonathan, thank you for the team that you lead and highlight what's good in the office of the broker record here.
Thanks, Gary. When you just closed off, Mike, by saying you're not alone, that is such a good segue to what I want to say. You are not alone in this brokerage because, first of all, here's a big win, Gary, okay? Through the leadership and the Office of the Broker Record, we are batting 1,000 in arbitrations, professional standards, anything that's legal that we're doing. And this is all happening at the background. And you may not know it, but things happen in the background that, that are in support of all our agent partners. And I just want to congratulate the leadership, congratulate the Office of the Broker Record, and how we handle situations. And even today, we had a situation, I think we just handled it beautifully. And Colin just wrote up something that's so beautiful, I thought that was just perfect. I can't go into details, obviously, but we got your back. Here's also something for you. In light of the Appreciation Day for our agents, I just want to say thank you. It's not really, me always coming here to say, you're missing this on your compliance or you're missing that. Actually, that's Gail's job, not mine. But, I'm not here always to say that, but today I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Our agent partners not only donate their time and their money in places like Red Day, whenever there's a need in the community, when there's a need by their clients, whether it's washing dishes before a showing or vacuuming or clearing their yard before a showing, our agents really go out of the way to do that. And then I personally have seen that. I also want to thank our agents approaching me and some of the leadership and saying, thank you. Like I feel so heartfelt. Thanks for you guys just reaching out to say, thanks for doing what we in essence is our job, but just saying thank you. And I wholeheartedly thank you back for thanking us for supporting you guys. I want to say thank you for being patient with me through TRESA and rules and regulations. It was quite the heavy load, but I'm sorry to say there's one more coming. At the end of the year, there is FinTrack. FinTrack's changing majorly, and we'll have all of that information for you so that we can be just as good in navigating FinTrack as we did with TRESA and with the rules and regulations of the MLS. Now that a lot of things have been amalgamating with PropTex, with RagBoss, BDAR, there's still some transition headaches, but we're going to be very smooth in that transition as far as our brokerage is concerned and the education towards that. But overall, this coming Thursday, or next Thursday, is it, for the appreciation time, I really want to say from the bottom of my heart to all our agent partners to say really thank you from your broker record and from the Office of the Broker Record. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, Jonathan.
Thanks, Gary.
Excellent. Thank you. And thanks for everything that you've led us through over the last. TRESA was not fun from that transition, but we did it. And I know a lot of other brokerages kind of stumbled in a sense through that. But good on you to lead us through that. All right. This is really cool, that book that Jay Papazan has just authored and put together, Rookie Real Estate. If you've got a friend...
Can you imagine who just screamed in the room here?
I missed
Tell
it.
me the person. Tell me the person that would have screamed when you said Jay Papazan.
Oh, well, that's clear as day. Yes, Melissa Bachman. I don't need to say it. Wait, here we go. Yes.
We all know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Jay, I got to tell you, Colin, as we segue a little bit, this is not where we meant to go. He still might be one of the funnest and insightful podcast guests that we've ever had.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah,
that's true. Like, he's so personable. He was solid. So
yeah,
so well
and then
done.
I recall this too. If you ever wondered why we host a podcast, yes, it's to share some amazing stories. I got to tell you, my friends, though, it's sometimes when after you hit or stop record, it's that conversation afterwards. And if you've not had that opportunity, and maybe you're thinking of launching a podcast yourself or some sort of interview series, it's those conversations are off camera that's where all that gold is, and it's a lot of fun for Colin and those and others that host something similar. Good stuff. Of course, Simona is not here with us this week. However, reach out to Simona and her team. Anything legal-wise, closings, all sorts of stuff. And I know, as Mike highlighted, Mike Russo highlighted, every other Thursday, Simona and her team are on that Zoom call in the morning. And if it's not her, it's going to be Nicole. So lots of great resources available at our fingertips. Good stuff. Market stats. Okay, we haven't done this for the last time, in fact, we did this was at the end of the year, Collins, and we know that the market's continually to change, as well as the stats aren't as what's the word I'm looking for? This is another peculiar year, we'll say. How about we say it like that?
There you go.
And we're going to go through them just like we've done in the past. This is the Toronto Real Estate Board, the sold to ask ratio. And you can see the different brands there leading from about 97% up to about 99% on all the Toronto Real Estate Board. We're at just shy of 99%. This, of course, Colin, as we all know, and we'll look at some of the local areas. This coincides with your listing strategy as well. And we're seeing these numbers creep up a little bit. And days on market is something that we all know and we're all having to become accustomed to is increasing and increasing. This is the productivity by units, agent productivity by units. And you can see there we're still at the very top with RE/MAX. We've always go back and forth with RE/MAX on the Toronto Real Estate Board. And one more, I think this is the days on. Do I have that slide twice? I might have that slide twice. I apologize for that. Okay, let's go into new market. This is sold versus ask. And again, Colin, this is your listing strategy of how you choose to price the homes. And
with this, Gary, and it's the stats and numbers, they tell a story. Also, we're not only going to show you stats where Keller Williams or KWRC is doing really well. We're going to show you everything. And here it is. When sold to us, when we list the home, we're basically, as KW agents, we're getting about 97% of that ask price. So what that number tells me, we're slightly ambitious when we list the property. We would like to get more instead of listing it at fair market value. So that is just something we need to pay attention to. However, we're going to also be very transparent and share with you the entire stats.
That's exactly it. Exactly it. Well said. Days on market, you can see we're hovering there at about 30 days. And again, this coincides with your listing strategy as well, your pricing strategy, I should say. And we'll see that. That's probably some of you are thinking to yourself, well, I've got listings that have been on the market much longer or what have you. Again, this is the average that we're looking at, and not the particular one or two listings that are out there in the market.
Of course.
But if I'm to forecast what's going on in the summer, we'll see that number increase slightly over the summer.
Slightly.
Across the board, that is. Not just for our brokers, but I'm suggesting we'll see that number right across the market. This is the market share, and we've been flopping back and forth. We're at about 12% of the market share. This is for both, not only listings, but this is also for purchases, my friends, in Newmarket. And again, when we're showing these stats, Newmarket, Aurora, Georgina area, these are for offices located within those towns.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Moving to Aurora. Now this is where our sold to ask is a little different. As you can see here, maybe it also has to do with the Aurora market being slightly different of what's going on there in the Newmarket area. So again, don't just look at that and assume, well, we're doing much better in Aurora. Well, yeah, the answer is yes. However, it also depends on what that pricing strategy is there. Next, we have days on market, and as you can see here, it's 21 days. So our previous slide in Newmarket was approximately 30 days for the majority of brokerages. You can see this is about a week less, you might say. Moving to our combined market share, we're at about that 18-ish% there. And again, this is the number of listings that KW takes, as well as the number of purchases that KWRC takes. Moving to the Georgina
area. So we're
area.
basically saying so it's 1 in every 5 listings roughly combined is what we're taking.
Is exactly it. Yeah. You can see the market share.
1 in every 5 transaction would be KWRC.
Yeah. Those 3 brokerages there, Royal LePage, Remax, KW, those are the leading brokerages within Aurora. Absolutely. Moving to our friends in Georgina, you can see we're doing really well, and in that again,
we're crushing it there.
Yeah. I would like to see what the pricing strategy is there, and whatever it is, it's working out for you tremendously. So well done to our agents and teams working out of that Georgina area. Good for you. As well as
what
days
we've
on
also
market.
seen in that pocket in Georgina, where especially in those first-time home buyers pocket at around 750, you're starting to see multiple offers in that pocket as well. So it creates a very interesting dynamic. So all of our agents who are listing in Georgina, I'm sure they're aware of this strategy and the demand for these type of listings.
Well, you bring up a good point there is the market always to get that initial bump or energy, perhaps we'll call it, is always that, we call it first-time home buyers market, but that lower price market. And of course, Georgina offers that at a greater scale compared to, say, Aurora, Newmarket, or anywhere.
Or anywhere else in York region, right?
Nailed it. Yeah, exactly. Of course, this is our combined market share. So we've got lots of opportunity there. If we're just sitting at about 5.5%, lots of opportunity there to take market share. So that's the good thing here in a sense. Well, we want market share there. You're absolutely right. However, this is an opportunity for us to go gather more of that market, more of those listings and buyers is what we're saying. Mm-hmm. Cool. Any final thoughts on what's going on and perhaps what we'll see over the summer, Colin?
Typically what we see, the market slows down in the summer. However, because the market started late this year, we can even see an increase in transaction this summer. It's going to be interesting to see. It's keeping an eye on it. And most of our agents is just making sure that we're very diligent during this time as well.
Yeah, well said. Michelle, I got you. Yes, we'll send out these slides in an email just after this meeting. Thanks for that reminder. That's good. Yeah, okay. We're gonna just land here just ever so briefly. We mentioned earlier, Colin, that the AI is here, and are you going to embrace it, and how you're going to embrace it, and everyone's going to embrace it differently. We get that. Yep. We can use it to help write our social media, help write our emails, to help, if I have daughters in school, you help to write essays and formulate thoughts and ideas. Here's a really cool way. Many of you know my son Tavish with Down syndrome. We put ChatGPT on his iPad and he talks to it, and it engages with them. And my friends, if you could see him, like it just engages with his imagination, understands him, and just goes with it. And it blows my mind on how AI is changing our lives in a sense, or adding to our lives over the last couple of years. It's pretty cool, Colin.
I remember, it's funny because my skin is growing, because I remember us having this conversation, and you mentioned, even if that is the only reason I use ChatGPT for, it's worth every dime because of the interaction with ChatGPT and Tavish. And you also mentioned that Siri and these others, they weren't really picking up and understanding, and Chat picks him up right away, and the interaction, and they were laughing. He's always laughing. So thanks for sharing that. Thanks for being so vulnerable. But we're in an age now where we're seeing AI really change and take over. A couple weeks ago, it's a Sunday, and I received a call from some business offering new sales in Bradford, and chatted for less than a couple of minutes. And by the time I got off the phone, I was like, wait a second, that was AI that just spoke to me. And I got on the phone within seconds. Gary, we have to do this. Let's figure this out. And 2 weeks later, we're talking about Bella. So take it away, Gary.
Well, that's what really put the pedal to the metal. We've been working on this for the last couple of years. In fact, this is in a sense not a new project, but something that we really had to finalize. And we're at that point. Projects like this are never finalized. It's kind of like KW Command or anything else, or your
Samsung phone.
Or your Samsung phone. Your Samsung phone. It's never complete.
A new version.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things that Colin and I have been working on is having voice AI. We can receive calls now. We could do that for several months now, but having it call our database is what our true vision was. And you might think, oh, I don't want to. I've heard it before. I don't want to do this. It has made leaps and bounds over the last 6 months. And my friends, we're at a point now where we're engaging with our clients using voice AI to call our database. And I've got a little video here. It's about 6 minutes long. I'm going to play. It's me interacting with our voice AI agent that it can call our database, engage with our database, and call people in our database and in different variations. And I'm just going to play the video. This is more of an educational piece. It's just so you know it's out there. And this is what some of the teams, the top teams and agents are going to be using going forward. And if you want more information about this, reach out to myself. I'm happy to have that conversation. But this is, like I said, more of an educational piece to show you what it can do, B, where this is going to go, and kind of the future of it. This does not mean everyone needs to embrace it. That is not what Colin and I are saying. But what we do want you to know is the fact that, hey, there's technologies out there that perhaps could enhance your business. Whether you choose that way or not, that is entirely up to you. That's fine, because there's all sorts. It will never replace this, though. They'll never replace that need coffee or that type of thing. It will enhance and maybe get those conversations moving quickly. Okay, I chatted enough. Let's go ahead and play that video. Okay, friends, we're doing another video of Bella over here and just seeing what she can do. This is, of course, our AI voice agent where she can handle incoming calls, outgoing calls, which is really good. So let's just click the Talk Now button and see what she's capable of, and we'll let her do the rest.
This is Bella. I am Gary McGowan's virtual assistant over at Agent Innovation. Thanks for clicking the Talk Now button. Who am I speaking with today?
Yeah, Bella, you're speaking with George.
Hi, George. Nice to meet you. Before we dive in, would it be a terrible idea to show you what I can actually do? I can reconnect with old leads, invite clients to events, or even role play a call with you so you hear how I sound. You just tell me where to start. I'll take care of the rest.
I'd love to know more about the things that you can do, Bella.
Absolutely, George. Here's a quick rundown of what I can do. I can reconnect with old leads or past clients sitting in your database and find out who's still interested. I can invite clients to events, open houses, webinars, or anything you've got planned. I can qualify leads in real time and even book them directly into your calendar. If you're curious, I can role play a call with you so you can hear how I sound and how I handle conversations. Plus, I adapt to your tone and messaging to make sure everything feels personal and natural. Does any of that sound like something you'd like to explore further? Or is there a specific area you'd like me to focus on?
Yeah, no, that sounds awesome. Let's dive a little bit deeper and get some more clarity on lead follow-up. Here's a scenario. I'm running Facebook ads, and Facebook user clicks on the ad, a lead clicks on the ad, enters their information for whatever it is. Maybe it's a new listing or something that I'm offering, or a home buyer's package, anything like that. Tell me how you can follow up with them in real time.
Great scenario, George. Here's how I can help with lead follow-up in real time. 1. Immediate engagement. As soon as a lead clicks on your Facebook ad and submits their information, I can be triggered to reach out to them right away. Whether it's through a phone call, text, or email, I'll make that first contact while the lead is still engaged and interested. 2. Personalized outreach. I'll introduce myself as your assistant and reference the specific ad they interacted with. For example, hi, this is Bella calling on behalf of George. I saw you were interested in the new listing home buyers package. I'd love to help you with that. 3. Qualifying the lead. I'll ask thoughtful questions to understand their needs, like, are you currently looking to buy, sell, or invest? What's your timeline for making a move? Are there specific neighborhoods or areas you're interested in? This helps identify whether they're a hot lead ready to act or someone who needs nurturing. 4. Booking appointments. If they're ready to take the next step, I can book them directly into your calendar for a strategy call or a property showing. I'll handle all the scheduling details to make it seamless for you. 5. Nurturing warm leads. If they're not ready to act immediately, I can add them to a follow-up sequence. This could include periodic check-ins, sharing market updates, or sending them resources like your home buyer's package to keep them engaged. 6. Real-time updates.
Okay, Bella, I got a question for you. Let's say I have 1,000 people in my database, and I'm hosting a real estate investors event, and I want you to call them. Could you call them and invite them to that event?
Absolutely, George. I can definitely help with that. Here's how I'd handle inviting your database to your real estate investors event. 1. Personalized calls. ID call each person in your database, introduce myself as your assistant, and let them know about the event. For example, hi, this is Bella calling on behalf of George. I wanted to personally invite you to an exclusive real estate investors event happening on date and time. It's a great opportunity to highlight key benefits of the event, like networking, learning market insights, etc. 2. Answering questions. If they have questions about the event, like location, agenda, or who it's for, I'll provide all the details you've shared with me. 3. RSVP management. I can confirm their attendance on the spot and even send them a follow-up email or text with the event details to make sure they have everything they need. 4. Follow-up for no responses. For those who don't answer, I can leave a friendly voicemail or send a text email to ensure they don't miss out. 5. Tracking responses. I'll keep a detailed record of who's attending, who's interested but needs more information, and who's unavailable. This way, you'll have a clear picture of your audience. Would you like me to dive deeper into how I'd manage the RSVP process or follow up with those who show interest?
No, what I want to do, let's role play a call right now. Let's say Gary's hosting a basket weaving event, and you're calling me to invite me to that event. Let's do that.
All right, George, let's dive into the role play. Here's how I'd approach the call. Hi, George. This is Bella. I'm Gary McGowan's virtual assistant over at Agent Innovation. I'm calling to personally invite you to a special event Gary is hosting. It's a basket weaving workshop happening next Saturday at 2 p.m. It's going to be a fun, hands-on experience and a great way to connect with others in the community. Would you be interested in joining us?
Sure. So we're basket weaving. I get to create baskets. Is that the idea?
Exactly, George. You'll get to create your own baskets during the workshop. Gary will guide everyone through the process, and it's perfect whether you're a beginner or have some experience. Plus, it's a great chance to unwind and meet others in a relaxed setting. Does that sound like something you'd enjoy?
Yeah, I've never done basket weaving before, so that sounds pretty good.
That's fantastic, George. It's a great opportunity to try something new and have some fun. I'll make sure to reserve a spot for you. Just to confirm, the event is next Saturday at 2 p.m. Is there anything else you'd like to know about the workshop?
Yeah, question. Is there a name for this event?
Great question, George. The event is called Weave and Connect, a basket weaving workshop. It's all about creativity and community. Does that sound like a good fit for you?
Yeah, no, this is great. Okay, Bella, let's stop the role play. That's awesome. Is there anything else that perhaps I didn't ask that I should ask you, or something you want me to know before I hang up here?
Thanks, George. You did great with the role play. It was fun. Before you go, just know that if you ever need help reconnecting with leads, inviting clients to events, or even brainstorming strategies, I'm here to assist. And if you're curious about anything else, feel free to reach out anytime. Have a fantastic day.
There you have it, my friends. That is Bella over here. There it is. She is trained in all sorts of different ways to react and communicate with callers. And of course, it's always something that will be getting better, and learn and learn and better and learn and better. Have fun with it. Go click on the Talk Now button, ask her different questions and different scenarios, and visualize how Bella can interact with your business and how you can see your business grow. Bye for now. That's weird watching yourself on video, I gotta say.
I like that, George. Way to go. It's funny because every time she calls you George, I was just like, ooh, yeah. But this is something that we've been working on, but it's also just to show you the possibilities of AI right now. And welcome to the future, because that's where we are at. And where we can have our AI call and invite our entire database to Brooks Farm, because we're hosting, a get together, and it books it into your calendar. It's just a lot of fun. We're looking at how we can leverage this for the brokerage as well. Is it, you call the broker hotline? Is that something that we can incorporate into it? Certainly, you can skip that and go directly to the broker of record or the office of the broker of record. But are there components that we can leverage using this? And we're now, you can have your clients call into you and answer any of their questions. So there's a lot that we're working on behind the scene. We just wanted to offer you a sneak peek of what is to come.
What is to come. And part of that too is, we've often heard this over the last several years as we've gotten better at generating leads or responding to clients, I should say. And the token phrase out there is speed to lead.
Speed to lead.
Right?
Speed to lead.
There's nothing faster than an automated process. And for those that have big calling databases, or Colin, when you were a realtor, like when I remember we used to do your little videos, and I'd walk in on you doing your calls in the morning. You'd call. How many conversations would you have in a morning? Do you recall?
Well, I always go for 100 contacts. For 100 contacts, I was dialing at around 450 on a good day to 600 people.
And
so that's dials.
That would take up your entire morning, three or so hours every morning.
3.5 hours, easy. 3.5 hours.
And applications like this, apps like this, it's done like that. Yeah. And now you can use your time to actually have those conversations, those face-to-face or phone call conversations with people that are already farther down in the pipeline, as it were. Anyways, we're not gonna stay here too much longer. That is where AI is certainly an enhancement to your business if you'll allow it. And there's some really cool things coming. There's the website if you want to go play with that Talk Now button. That's that big button right in the middle. Go play with that and have some fun with it and see what happens. Yeah, good stuff. All right, Jen, this is good. This has been a fun meeting. Here's what we're all invited to, though.
Yeah, that's it. The agent appreciation. I was just talking to the caterers while you guys were doing that. So yeah, Old Flame Brewery, June 26th, 1 to 5 p.m. on the patio. We have the whole main floor. There's going to be drinks. We've got some drinks organized for everybody. There's going to be food. There's going to be games. So it's just, we're going to have a good time. We're going to relax, hang out, have a nice social. It's a chance for us to say, you know what, we're halfway through the year. Thank you guys so much. We see you showing up. We see you working hard. We see you navigating this market. It's tough. we're all in it together. Let's just, relax, have an afternoon on us and enjoy. And then we get back to it for the next couple of months. And just a reminder to keep your foot on that gas pedal through the summer months. We know it's hard, but stay focused on it because that's your opportunity to capture that market share and continue to grow your business while everyone else stops showing up for 90 days, basically. Yeah.
Exactly. Well said. Well said. As we finish off here, my friends, I'm going to hand it over to Colin to ignite us, if you will, for the summer months, and don't sleep on summer.
I just love the topic, don't sleep on summer. And as we step into the summer months, like Jen mentioned, this is a time where people are going to be taking their foot off the gas. However, we know winners and the top producers, this is where they gain market share. This is where they create that competitive edge. I'm not saying don't rest, don't rejuvenate, or don't spend time with your loved ones. I'm saying stay intentional. During this time, be purposeful. What are some of the contacts you can make? What learning or training that you can implement in your business? How can you utilize AI in your business, which you're taking these steps now while the majority of people are resting? It propels you over the next couple of months. We've seen that in sports so many times. Jordan, Kobe, he would get up and he would go practice at 4 o'clock in the morning while everyone is resting. That is how winners are made. The top producers, they're doing the exact same thing. We cannot let this summer slip by where we're doing what everyone else is doing. We need to continue to stay focused, continue to stay diligent, continue to reach out and connect with people. There was a study out of Harvard that basically says the number one use for ChatGPT right now is companionship and connection. That simply tells us that people are lonely and there isn't people to connect with, so now they're going to AI. You have a database of your clients, stop, reach out to them, do a pop by, do visits. You're building that connection. This will pay off tremendously over the next couple of months. So stay diligent, stay focused. Let's continue to build our business, utilize each and every one of us on the leadership team and the office of the broker of record. But we cannot sleep on summer, and let's make this summer count.
Well said, my friend. This has been an excellent meeting. I like seeing everyone on Zoom here. I like this format. It's the next best thing to being in person. It's not as good, though, I will admit. Well said. Of course, a lot of you will see each other on June 26th at Old Flame. Make it an amazing summer, and stay connected, my friends. Have an awesome, awesome week, and we'll see everybody at our next event. Goodbye for now.
Bye for now.
Bye.